Welcome to a Damn Good Time podcast. My name's Steve Schaefer,
I'm Cody Adams.
and we're here to have a damn good time, and we hope you are too. Yeah. Bring a little of that fire in there.
Hey, yeah.
Bring
Hey,
that
yeah.
excitement.
You got to get it going.
Yeah, so we're going to start off first. We're going to talk a little bit about ourselves, because why not?
Probably should, so people know who we are.
Yeah, who are you?
Probably everybody that watches this is going to know who we are. But anyways, I'm Cody Adams.
The first 5 people that watch us. Our moms and dads.
Yeah. Mom and Dad, love you.
Love you guys.
Married to a beautiful lady from the state up north.
Yeah.
She's wonderful. Yeah, and other than that, I've, did most of my years in restaurants. Good 12, 13 years in restaurants. And now I'm selling food to restaurants. So it's kind of perfect.
So you got a great background for it.
It's kind of perfect, yeah.
Perfect background for it.
Give us a little bit about yourself, Steve.
Well, my name is Steve Schaefer, if you haven't picked that up already. I've been married for 12 to 13 years, since 2008.
Been a while.
So do the math from 2008 on.
Yeah.
I got 2 kids, 7 and 9, both boys, so it's easy. And then, I've worked in restaurants too a lot. I have a culinary degree that I don't use anymore. We've worked together in a restaurant for a while.
did.
We co-managed the crap out of an awesome restaurant.
We did.
And
A lot of experiences from there, too, that we're going to share with you, trust me.
yeah, from there I fell ass backwards into the oil field for 8 years, and then fell ass backwards now into the maintenance field. I do maintenance for a big shipper. Not going to say their name, but you use them. You've bought stuff from them probably this day.
It rhymes with Smamazon.
Sounds kind of like Spamazon. What kind of hobbies do you do? What do you do in your off time?
Well, right now it's wintertime, but typically in the summer we're out there hitting the lake,
Hitting that lake.
hitting our local lake, relaxing, chilling, drinking brews on the boat.
On the Atwood.
Other than that, I enjoy video games way too much,
Yeah.
as my wife can contest to. But
Video games are fun.
video games are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I like to do a little bit of traveling around when you can budget it.
Right.
Other than that, my hobbies. I
'cause
don't have anything exciting. Like I'm in the wood. I like to build picnic tables that fold into benches.
I think that's a lot of thing about us too, is we are masters of nothing, but we are the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
We dabble. We dabble a lot.
How's the song go? I'm pretty good at drinking beer.
Yeah.
I'm good at that one.
It's kind of whatever adventures we get
Yeah.
into while drinking beer.
Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, but like you say, I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
When it comes around. So yeah.
Well, and like you, I also enjoy the lake. Like to frequent that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The in-laws have a boat that they let us use, where we always hook up and we dock them party barges together, them pontooners, lock them up, and then drink beer.
Yeah.
And then, besides, like you said, it's winter. There's no real. I don't ski. I've never been on skis. I've never been on ice skates even. Like I don't have a winter pastime except for maybe play video games and now start a podcast for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, I did go skiing the other weekend. With my buddy. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it was after a good night of partying.
Yeah.
So I was still feeling good the next day, and then
haggard.
I literally woke up here in your basement.
Yeah.
And I saw my buddy posted like, "Hey, I got free ski pass. Anybody wants to go?"
Okay. I know exactly
and I was
what
like,
you're talking about.
I was like, "Oh man, I've been skiing forever. That'd be so awesome." So I texted him, and then he called me, and then blew me up. He's like, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll let you know. I got to see how I feel here in like about an hour." I went, and I was on skis the whole time, and to get to different lifts, I was doing a lot of this. I am still sore across my chest and arms.
Now
It's almost painful.
do you have your own ski gear, or did you have to like rent it?
I don't know. I just rented it.
Okay.
Which was a whole process, but
Because I don't even know what I'd wear. Like, I don't even think I have like a snowsuit or a ski suit. Or...
I mean, I have the clothes. I got the goggles. I got a hat.
You got gogs?
I got a ski jacket from ski and board club in high school.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I do enjoy skiing.
Yeah.
I would like to go more, but we're not close to any fun hill. Like I'm not going up to Brandywine anymore. That's where I learned how to ski. It's not that fun.
Right.
It's fun enough. But
So where did you guys go?
Good question. It's in Mansfield.
I was gonna say, was it in the state?
Yeah, it's in Mansfield. It was a little bit bigger than Brandywine. I'm trying to remember what it is now, but no big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I hadn't been out in so long, and I don't do much physical activity as I should. So,
Yeah.
like me just doing this the whole time.
That's
like,
even.
rip me up.
I'm sitting there thinking about me on skis. I'm probably gonna blow out a knee or fucking fall down and hurt myself and stuff.
Yeah, your knee's gonna be an issue for you. That's for sure because you use a lot of that. But yeah,
Right.
it was a good time though. It was a good time. I had a lot of fun. So
Yeah. So keeping in bio, I guess we have one more topic here we're gonna talk about. What's your favorite? What kind of music guy are you?
I'm across the board. I get weird. As you know, I've been on some weird country kick lately. I don't know why. I mean, I started out country when I was a little kid. I loved country when I was a little kid. And then it kind of just fell back around. It's just kind of whatever mood I'm in, I guess.
Yeah.
But country can be anything, right? It's not always like depressing or like whatever. It can be fun. You know,
You get a little party mode. You
get that
party.
weird,
Get that
you got
party
the weird bro
going,
country now and all that. But no, I mean, I'm across the board different. You know, it's just a mood, man. It's a feel. I don't know. Sometimes I like a little heavy rock. Sometimes I like to, listen to some slow jams by myself, which is weird. You know, you hit those, get that Casey and JoJo rolling. Like, yeah. But then, sometimes it's, I'm listening to Soil or some metal and like getting amped up.
Yeah, I feel a lot of music for me too is the time of year.
Right.
Because I don't want to listen to country right now, but if I'm on a boat, country's dope.
Right. Exactly.
Get that feel good country vibe, like, that southern kickback draw shit going on. Like,
it's like pairing wine with anything. Even pairing music with something like what you're doing, right?
yeah. I also get a lot into, probably more so, and I think this is kind of a stigma too, like, why is it weird for guys to like listening to like what you would call chick music? So basically a female singer.
Right.
I got way too hard into Kesha.
I know.
I liked Kesha better when she was more like the party girl, and now like her new stuff's good and she's going good places and stuff, but like when she was brand new, she was more like pop, like party slut kind of music. Like,
Right.
Love that. I've been to a Lady Gaga concert. And, and even working in the oil field, whenever I told people, like, oh, yeah, what'd you do last weekend? I went to a Lady Gaga concert. Like, what? Really? I'm like, why not? She's a superstar.
Right.
She's a super.
Why wouldn't you?
I mean, also, like,
You enjoy it.
I want to say it was for my wife, but I had a damn good time there.
Hey, here's the thing. I feel like there's always a stigmata behind music, right? Like, so you're afraid to tell your friends you like this or that. Like, obviously, in high school, like, we couldn't say we liked Backstreet Boys, you know? But Backstreet Boys is dope.
Backstreet Boys is dope.
NSYNC got some hits.
They got, yeah.
And now that we're our age and we don't care anymore,
Yeah.
I mean, I walked out to my damn wedding with Backstreet Boys playing.
And how dare you like Nickelback? The internet will kill you for that one. But
Right.
some of the best times I had in working in kitchens was I would do boy band Sundays.
Oh, yeah, I remember
And that's back whenever Pandora was big, using the Pandora app, and I just key in Backstreet Boys, and everyone's, why are we listening to this? It's like, because you watch every person walk into this restaurant through the back into the employee entrance, and they're like, they just immediately smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes you happy.
Right, yeah. Like, so why not? Why not? Boy band Sundays was huge.
Reminds you of this old time where, like, you're young.
Yeah.
We were probably older than most of them, but still, like, you see the girls walking in, they were probably like,
Yeah.
8 years old at that time.
You walk into work and all of a sudden you hear, everybody.
Yeah.
And of course you're going to go, yeah. I think Carl was probably the one that hated it the most. Carl did not like boy band Sundays, but
I get that people don't like certain types of music, and you can say whatever you want to say, but end of the day, everybody likes boy bands. Don't lie to us.
if it makes you wiggle and you sing along to it, you're having a good time. You're having a damn good time.
Carl, you like it. Don't lie.
Carl, you had a damn good time.
Yeah.
So that's us.
Yeah. So music everywhere.
Yep. You got our music, you got our hobbies, you know who we
I
are.
feel like we need a little music piped in these headphones so we can sing. But
yeah.
then nobody else could hear it. And then we just look weird, like
Just dancing around.
dun, dun,
I
dun,
wish we could just buy rights to music and then have it actually play.
Oh yeah, because we can't do that, can we? We'll get there. We'll get there.
Maybe
We'll
one
get
day
there.
we'll get
I think
enough
there's
money.
some free music. We get some free beats going.
Yeah. So let's go into this podcast as a whole. Like,
All right.
what are we doing?
What are we doing?
We
What are we trying to do?
is this a midlife crisis?
Maybe. I think we're a little too young for that. But
Well, no, I still think I had my midlife crisis at 25 because I don't plan on living past 50.
yeah. No, I don't know. I always kind of thought it'd be fun to try. You know, there's a lot of podcasts out there. Obviously, as podcasts keep getting bigger and bigger. And I just thought we were interesting enough people.
Yeah, because it's a relatively new media platform. Like, I know it's been around for a while, but
It's technically been around forever. It's just not made the way it is now.
yeah,
Or it's made differently.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's talk radio essentially, but you're just doing it in short segments, and you're doing different topics, and you're just kind of
yeah, and it's gotten to
you-
the point where you can literally just do it with your phone.
right.
Because technically, this is like the third time we're on camera. We've done practice runs for a lot of this, and the first time was just straight up from your phone.
Yeah.
But we watched that kind of look through and decided, hey, let's try and make this good. We want better audio quality, so we got the mics.
Right.
And we've also recently figured out that it is really fun to talk into a mic and then hear the conversation
Yeah, I don't know.
over.
It's like an upset. It's like, for some reason, I'd rather sit here and talk into this microphone and talk to you than just talk to you in person. I don't know why. It's like,
Yeah.
this is kind of, you kind of hear yourself a little back a little bit too. I
Yeah.
think maybe it makes it different. I don't know.
I don't know either, but it's very something about it's very comforting. Just sitting here, I can hear you through this and talk to you through, and it's nice having this thing here.
Also, I don't know if, so my voice, when I hear it, my personal voice, like when I hear myself talk, is not the way I actually sound.
Oh yeah,
Right? You know, you
without getting the feedback.
without getting the feedback. Now I'm
Like,
getting
if
the
you just
feedback
hear-
Right.
Yeah, but whenever you hear yourself
through it. Then
through
it's
it.
like, oh, I sound a little bit different.
that sounds
but-
sexy.
Hey,
Who's that
what's
guy?
up, ladies?
Who's that guy?
Yeah, can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Can I buy you a little ladies' man there for you?
Yeah.
What do you think? What are your kind of expectations, hopes, dreams, goals out of doing this?
I mean, I don't think we're shooting for the moon, but the best thing is, we get to hang out.
Yeah.
Me and you. We've been hanging out for a long time and been best friends for a long time. So I mean, at the end of the day,
20 years or so now.
yeah,
I mean, we knew each other since high school, at least 2000.
right, probably about 20 plus years. 20, We'll just say 20 plus years. Let's make it easy. Let's not do math right now.
20 plus.
We gonna do math?
Yeah.
No, yeah, we've known each other for 20 years, and I feel like we got some good stories. We got a good group of friends.
Great group of friends.
Yeah, that are definitely supporting this idea too. And hopefully we're in the future after we get our feet wet, you'd
Yeah.
say, that we can kind of bring some of them on too to talk with us. But
Get some frequent guests.
right. But my expectations, honestly, is just to get it out there and see what happens.
Just sit here and BS, and hopefully some people find us. Hopefully we get a little bigger. We're shooting for weekly episodes.
yes.
I mean, as long as life permits, because we
Right.
both have families, we both have jobs. We're not getting paid for this right now. We're doing this free as a hobby.
right.
So we both have jobs. We have other schedules to work around. So it's not like we're still going to try and shoot for weekly, but
Yeah,
don't
and
be
we
upset
might.
if you don't get one. And we'll probably touch base on that during the podcast. Be like, hey, yeah, you won't get an episode next week because it's Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously it's going to be if we have to, we'll shoot remotely.
Yep.
And the audio might not be as clear and crisp, but
Do some Skype stuff.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. What's your expectations of this?
Well, kind of the same as we're both almost exactly the same, but it'd be really cool. And like you said, we're not shooting for the moon, but if we land there, that'd be awesome. It'd be cool if we could turn this into, I don't know how to say it without sounding pretentious, like a media empire. so to speak, where
Prestige worldwide.
What? Where it's like, okay, what are we gonna do this week? Because now we're big and we're getting paid. This is our job. So get on Twitch streams, provide more YouTube content, talk more podcasts,
cover you with peanut butter, whatever.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. We want a lot of listener interaction. We want a lot of feedback. We want to do segments. We're not 100% sure on exactly what segments we're going to do. We have a couple that are going to come up that you'll see, and they'll probably be staples for every show. But we also want listener interaction. So if you like what you see, or you don't like what you see, or you want to see us talk about something else, let us know. I kind of put a feeler out there on Facebook, and we got some decent comments on it. And a lot of everything was like, we'll just talk about everything. And it's kind of what we are. We're not a podcast where we always talk about cars, or we always talk about beer or this. We don't want to pigeonhole ourselves into one topic, but we want to embrace all the topics.
And we only had so much history. So, like, you can only go over so much before you run out. And I understand that, a general topic's a general topic, right? We're going to go off charts like crazy. I mean, it's going to happen. Our brains work in mysterious ways. So,
and I guess even, so we know one segment we're going to do is a top 5.
Yeah.
We've already got our top 5 selection for this week. So if you're watching this, if you want to listen next week, give us a top 5. What are top 5 things you want to talk about? And so kind of the baseline rules for the top 5 is that you're going to have your list. I'm going to have my list.
Right.
And we're not going to tell each other.
Correct.
But like, if you already bring up one of the things on your list, I can't then bring it up on mine.
Right. My list is always going to be superior.
Oh, wow. There's a hot take. There is a hot take for you.
Maybe.
I don't know. My list is going to be really good. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing. So we're coming in with, we said, baseline 8 things off the top 5. So that way if you pick, like if we're like top foods and you're like, I really like onions, but God damn it, me too. Like, so I can't, so now I can't talk about onions. I got to move on to one of my other topics. So.
I take ligaments and take every bean. All
of them. So yeah, we're obviously we were interested in a lot of feedback on all of the social medias. We are currently setting up a lot of that stuff. We have an Insta, ADGT_podcast. We have a Twitter. We might change that one, but right now it's a damn good time 1 at Twitter.
1.
Yeah, or at. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. It's at a damn good time 1, not the number 1. Email us at adgtpodcast@gmail.com. And then YouTube channel, A Damn Good Time Podcast. That's where you'll find us if you want to view what we're doing. But this is going to be, I feel like this is going to be more of an audio show. But we're going to put it on YouTube, so we have another avenue. But
yeah, we're going to have it on YouTube just in case you want to stare at us doing whatever we're doing, mainly drinking beer and talking into a microphone.
Drinking beer.
But sometimes some people it's easier for them to get on YouTube than try to find the audio file. So they just do that. So,
and that's even another avenue that we can explore, except we don't have a big budget for technical stuff. So if we wanted to do like a video clip or something, if you're listening only, we're not going to alienate you by only doing video clips, but maybe we can bring one up.
It's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of different stuff going on. But end of the day, we're going to be everywhere. We're going to take over the internet.
The entire internet.
Internet's ours.
It's going to be ours.
I'm going to spank it.
You're I don't even know where I was going.
Right there, I looked him straight in the eyes and said that, and I think he got a little flustered.
Am I blushing? Am I blushing?
But yeah, you're gonna see us everywhere. We're gonna try to promote as much as we can. We're gonna be doing this weekly, so we just hope everybody enjoys it. At the end of the day, I mean, if you do like it, tell us. If you don't like it, also tell us.
Right.
Our feelings won't be that hurt.
And even almost more of a preface too. We've talked about this. We're going to try not to swear, to be too crude or vulgar. We're not talking sex or weird things like, I mean, unless you want us to. If that's what's going to get us viewers and content, then sure.
Oh, we can. I mean,
We can get real weird with it.
oh my god.
But I'm sure I've already swore a couple times. I think I dropped one F-bomb already.
Yeah, there's no stopping this man, by the way. I want to preface that right now.
But yeah, our goal is to maybe try and not do that all the time. But
yeah, it is what it is.
It is. So
I picked the top 5. Do you want me to start the top 5 out? Just to kind of preface it.
See, we haven't talked about this yet. Who goes first?
You're gonna go first. But here's what I'm saying. Here's gonna be the rules. I think.
Do we Rochambeau for first? Because if I go first, then I have the upper hand. So I'm always going to say ones that might get scratched off your list.
So here's how we're going to do this. You're going to go first. You're going to take your top pick. I'm going to go second. I'm going to take 2 picks.
Okay.
And then we just go back and forth.
Yep.
That way you get one good pick, which I probably already know what it is.
Yeah.
And then I get 2 good picks.
Then you get 2 good picks.
And then how we want this to play out is, okay, so we're going to both pick our top 5. And then we might do for this one, we might not. We're going to put a Twitter poll up on who had the best 5. So you can play to your audience a little bit too after we figure this out. But
like listen and interact.
Yeah, and then we're also going to be looking for top 5s from you guys, like what your top 5s what you would like us to rate, if you would like us to rate anything at all. But I think this is going to be good because we can kind of talk about our experience with the items too. So we like it to be kind of it could be food based, it could be whatever it is. So something that you have experience with that is relatable to. So,
right. And then we want you to interact. We want a fully immersive.
So top 5.
Top 5.
At 5. It's not 5 o'clock, but I'm going to say at 5.
Yeah,
It sounds good.
Top 5 at 5. Coming to you live. Top 5 at 5. What's the topic this week?
Something we both know very well, and I spend a lot of time with. And one of my hobbies, I mentioned video games.
The video game.
The rules for video games.
Video game rules are
you can take an entire franchise.
Yes.
So
like I can't say Mario 1.
Right. It kind of limits things a little bit.
All of the Marios.
But in that way, it's not like, oh, I like Mario 2, Mario 3 better. But we can talk about them.
We can talk about which ones are our favorite, where it takes back to childhood wise, or even now, like why you like it, what's the best things about it, stuff like that. So,
So Steven Schaefer.
Without further ado, top 5 video games.
What is your number 1?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Call of Duty.
I knew it was going to be. I knew right away.
It's Call of Duty. It's one of the ones I've always played, except for since Modern Warfare.
Okay.
So I never got into a lot of the older ones, but I've done the Black Ops and stuff like that. But and honestly, I've never been good at first person shooters. So like when Halo was huge, I sucked. I was terrible. And then my brother-in-law had a bachelor party where his bachelor party idea was let's just hang out and play video games. And the video game that we were playing was 4-person split screen Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. I think that was on the 360.
Yes.
Xbox 360. And I was good at it. Like either that or they were trash.
Like, they were probably that bad.
Because I'm like, whatever, like, it's a bachelor party. Shouldn't we be like looking at boobs and drinking a bunch of beers? Of course, I was drinking a bunch of beers. There wasn't too many other people drinking, but I was slaying everyone in that room. So it was set up 4-person, and whenever you lost, you handed off the controller to the next person in line. I never gave up my controller because I was then I'm like, okay, there's something to this. So I started playing Modern Warfare 1. Modern Warfare 2 was huge. When it came out, I was living in Akron. Played it a lot. I even remember there were certain nights, like when Sarah went to drill, my wife Sarah, when she was in the National Guard, when she would go to drill weekends, I'd get off work and I'd just sit there with a 12-pack of Twisted Teas, because I was big into Twisted Teas that time too, and just smash Twisted Teas and play some Modern Warfare.
Yeah, hell yeah. Just grind it out.
I'd get real drunk and I'd get in the chat rooms like, hey guys, watch this. I'm not using weapons. I'm going to use knives only. And I went on like a 7-kill streak with knives, and like, what? Who is this guy? I'm like, I'm doing it again next round. And next round I just died a bunch. It was just a fluke.
Yeah, I mean, the whole Call of Duty franchise is great. I mean, right now you got the the battle royale Warzone now, but battle royales being all the rage. I just and you get a new one year after year after year after year. Very smart move by them. Having two studios and splitting that, but yeah, you get a lot of fun times there. I mean, a lot of kids calling you racial slurs and
you're a racial slur. Your mom's a racial slur.
Yeah.
What was your favorite rendition? Which
I think you got to go with the first Modern Warfare. Obviously, I'm enjoying playing the Warzone right now, but it's brand new.
Yeah.
But if you the one that got me into the Call of Duty franchise was that one. I remember I just came back into video games because I took like a break when I was just like I'm out partying and having a good time. I wasn't playing video games as much or whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna get back into video games, and then I got sucked back in hard by that one.
Sucked it all in.
And the online gaming at that time was just kind of coming around more and more and more too.
And that's kind of the time when it was getting easy or accessible,
right?
Because I even remember watching people play like the Halo ones and other things, and you gotta sign in, you gotta wait, and you gotta all this. But it was like easy, just you're there, you're on, you're now, you're going to town.
It's a good experience, and it's basic for what it is now, but it was a lot of fun. So,
if you had I don't know the weapons are different between all of it. What's your favorite weapon? Are you a sniper? Are you a knife guy?
Single fire assault rifle guy.
Yeah,
that was
you love that foul, don't you?
The FN foul, man. That single fire, I could blast that thing off so fast. You talk about little kids talking crap to you. I got called a cheater so many times.
They didn't realize how fast your trigger
was. Probably not on a real gun, but on an Xbox controller, this bad boy's fast.
Everybody's calling you a cheater. They have a hacked controller because you're.
Yeah, exactly. And I got a lot of that. And I was like, I just would say, hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. No.
This is all skill. This is all true skill.
That was pretty good, the one. But I feel like that was my favorite.
I've always been more of the M4, the AR build, that standard assault rifle. I got into fouls a lot, but then with different versions, like it seems like it kicks harder on one version versus another. And I've tried messing around with. I can't snipe. I'm a runner and gunner. I can't just sit there and try to pick people off. I gotta I die as many times as I kill. So
sure.
So I gotta run. I gotta run and gun. So that was number 1 on my list was the Modern Warfare. So you get number 2 and 3.
So for my number 1 game,
I guess this would be your number 1.
This is my number 1. I'm gonna have to go with Goldeneye 007 on Nintendo 64. This is basically the game that made me fall in love with first-person shooters. It was a blast. You had the split screen. You're running around.
Yeah.
You go back to it now, and it's like, oh my god,
everything's blocky.
This is crazy. But then it was amazing.
Yeah.
When that game came out, and we played, me and my brothers and cousins played a lot of hours in that game. I got, and it was the one that got me good at first-person shooters, and I got good enough to where I could take my brother. I 2v1 me on my own team. Take my brother and my cousin. I'd take them out. Yeah, I'd take them out.
You got a whole team. It's just me. You're one man.
And obviously it's split screen, so you're kind of corner watching. But
screen peeking? You were screen peeking?
Yeah, it's hard not to, right?
It is very hard not to.
Throwing remote mines at people and blowing them up. It was a good time. Just a blast. My number 2 pick.
Hold on, let me touch on that real quick.
Go ahead.
But it's
Did you get a lot of 007?
No, not a whole lot.
Okay.
I never had the N64, but I had friends that had it, and I did play. And that's probably the game that made me hate first-person shooters.
Probably
because I would lose so much. So
yeah, your friends were good at that, and they knew what they were doing. Yeah, right. You'd hate that.
And like, where'd you get a golden gun? What the F is a golden gun? Like, why am I just dying all the time? So yeah, that's the game that made me hate first-person shooters. So it's funny that's the one that made you love it.
I understand. And then the spawn off of that, made by the same company, was Perfect Dark Zero, and that was like another good one because you could have bots in that one. So me and my friends, instead of playing split screen against each other, then they put these really hard bots on there, and it was a lot of fun.
You just
too,
go kill a whole
yeah,
other bunch
random
of other
AI,
people.
whatever.
That's cool. So, what's number 2? It would be your 2 one.
Number 2, I'm gonna have to give to the Halo franchise.
Halo.
Yeah, that consumed a lot of my life.
That one was really big too.
Yeah, Halo came out. Obviously, Xbox came out, and I became an Xbox guy. And that was like the release title for it, right?
Yeah.
Fun campaign, fun everything. And then the multiplayer on that, and now we had these brand new Xboxes. Oh, guess what? It's super easy to system link all these together. We were system linking systems back in the day. Like PlayStation had like the original PS1 had a link cord. You could, we linked up, played like Command and Conquer and some games.
I feel like Halo kind of kicked off the whole LAN party. Like,
yeah, I mean there was some doing it before, but Halo was definitely like tournaments and like there were some big. It blew. It was Microsoft, right? So Microsoft's blowing up their title, right?
That's because I remember going to friends' houses and like, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're playing Halo, and like, everybody brought their Xboxes over,
and the TVs, and
right,
their old TVs and shit. But yeah, no, that one really was awesome for me, and then I got really good at it.
Yeah,
out of my group of buddies that were playing it. It was me and one other guy, Thomas. I'm not going to say his last name,
right?
But Thomas is
old Tommy.
Yeah, old Tommy Dom. Me and him were not allowed to be on a team together if we were playing with our friends. Oh yeah.
You guys were you were Jason Bourne together.
Yeah, you got the pistol and you just 3-tapped everybody in the head, and it was over.
So then basically they put you on separate teams, so it was always you and Tom trying to battle, and then racking up kills on everybody else.
Until we used to go to this warehouse and play.
Yeah.
And we used to bring TVs over there, and we brought, you could hook 4 Xboxes up together and play like split screen, whatever.
Where was that?
Over the south side, New Philly. It was Wilt to Stilts. It was a storage place, basically.
Yeah.
So we'd invite these local kids from around that thought they were hot shit, and they'd come over, and then me and Tom could finally be on the team, and we'd just, oh my God, we'd run them. We'd run them so hard. We'd run them so bad. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's...
and that was kind of before online, because you didn't have online.
Yeah.
Still.
And that, I think you did have online with some of that, but a lot of that too was like, because you had dial-up connection still, you had to patch into a server, like it took time. Maybe it was like Halo 2 or 3 or something that I remember watching somebody play, and they were actually playing online. I'm like, wait, you can do this with other people? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think by Halo 2 you could, but Halo 1 was like, and maybe we just didn't have good enough internet then, but I don't think so. Halo 1, when it came out, I think we were just lamb. But we would always be land up. Like, I had an Xbox, all my friends had an Xbox, so it was like, we'd go over and just have friendly, like, 2-on-2s and stuff. But
I think I still have nightmares about the sound that it makes when your armor's low. Because I was always dying. Yeah. I have nightmares about that because that's another one that made me hate first person.
Exactly.
It's kind of funny that you're bringing up games that I just absolutely despised.
Right. Well,
Yeah, well, we can't all be as good as Halo. Can't all be good at murking them bitches. So,
yeah. So I mean, it's just when you think about that game, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it was brand new, and it was just, it was awesome. For what the time it came out, it was mind blowing.
Yeah. It was amazing.
My second one, also a mind blowing game for the time, I kind of think. Not really mind blowing, but it was a very good game. Everybody knows it. Everybody plays it. Now they play on the Switch, but I got to go Zelda.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Zelda's good.
Zelda on original Nintendo.
Oh, like whenever you're just like a block moving around.
Yeah.
I love that game, and I put a lot of time into that game, but I never beat it. Like, I was never good at it.
It was tough, right? I mean, you only had 2 buttons and 1 D-pad, but it's still tough, like it's, it's a game of, like most Nintendo games where they're a game more of patterns and stuff. Like, you have to just get the pattern down. But man, we put a lot of time into that as kids. Like,
Yeah.
I can remember being little kids and getting that game and playing the heck out of it. Me and my brothers. I have two of them, by the way. I forgot to mention that at the beginning, but
T-Rose.
but yeah, no, I had to put that one in there because I feel like, and I haven't played on the Switch. I've seen it on the Switch. It looks great.
Breath of the Wild is dope.
I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah.
But like when I thought about like OG games and like what I used to play, besides like, there's awesome arcade games and stuff that I used to play too. But just time spent.
Yeah, that whole franchise is awesome too, because they even, I remember on the Wii they might have had an actual Zelda Link game, but for the Wii they had like a shooter game, and it was Link and he had a crossbow, so you had to aim the things, and Sarah was really good at that, like almost too good, so much that it made me mad and not want to play it because she was way better than me. But yeah, like just that whole franchise, Link, is awesome. Like,
It was between that one and what is probably going to be your next pick that gives you the win, by the way. I'm probably losing this one now that I think about it. But
I will say, I was supposed to do one, and you were supposed to do two. You brought up three already.
I brought up three?
You went out of turn, yeah.
Oh, crap.
007, Halo, Zelda.
Oh, my God. I'm just
cheating.
let me roll them all off.
Yeah.
Let me roll them. Well, actually, scratch Zelda. You go ahead, and then I'll pick another one.
We'll bring up Zelda later.
Yeah, I'll pick another one.
No, it's fine. We can leave Zelda on there because it's not on my list.
Okay. So I guess you get two now. Damn it. I screwed it bad, guys.
God, oh man, I don't even know. Well, if I get two, I know my next two. Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I got that on my list, too.
Yep. Not on yours anymore because it's on mine.
I know. It is a little further down my list, but I did have Grand Theft Auto on my list for sure.
What was your first experience with Grand Theft Auto? Did you play it back in the day when it was a top scroller?
Yeah, I did. I played that one on PC. One of the top scroller, the old one, where you were like just like shooting in streams and like, you could still steal cars and like throw Molotovs at people and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I never played it that way, but I've seen other people play it, and I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
But I didn't have a computer back then. Whenever it was like big,
Right.
But my first experience with it would have been Grand Theft Auto 3 in Liberty City
Oh yeah.
for one of the PlayStations.
That was the big one. Obviously, sorry for the message there, people. I forgot to.
No, you're fine. You're fine. That was 2001 is whenever Grand Theft Auto 3 came out.
Was that long ago?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that was a huge game, right? Mm-hmm. I think everybody's played it.
Had all the cheat codes memorized. Just go through, kill a bunch. Well, I mean, I finished the story mode on every Grand Theft Auto from 3 on. I've finished all the story modes on. But
What it is about Grand Theft Auto that you just you could pop the cheat code, you could a tank, you could blow everything up. You got done blowing everything up. You finally got killed, right? You start at the hospital again. Why is it you walk out and just clobber the first guy you see?
Because like, what you kill one person and you don't even register on the police scanner yet, right? So you're like, you know what? I got a freebie. I just run out and you sprint at him and
Just clock him.
just clock.
Clock him and kick him until money comes out of him.
Right.
You know? Like, I don't know, every time. It's like every time, literally.
On all of them too.
Yeah.
Like every single rendition from the start to finish.
It's like, I just got killed. Dang it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to beat a guy up now.
Right.
Just immediately clock him in the face. I don't know.
But yeah, like that was always a staple. Once I got into it, it was always a staple for every console.
Right.
I think I've even owned. Well, we're at Grand Theft Auto 5 now, and I've owned. I bought it on disc when it first came out at Walmart. I had to wait in line. Played it on Xbox 360. The disc got damaged, so then I had to download it.
Sorry.
And that's no, you're fine. And that's when I lived at the old house that had 0 internet service, and I had to download it. It took 2 days to download, and I played. So I bought it hard copy for 360, digital copy for 360. Then I get an
All the
Xbox,
copies.
and then I get an Xbox One. I think I bought a hard copy for that, and then my Xbox Ones now are digital only. There's no disc drive in them. So I've bought 4 copies of Grand Theft Auto 5 on 2 different consoles. And it's crazy to think, though, that Grand Theft Auto 5 has been across 3 different consoles now. We've had 3 new consoles, but not a new Grand Theft Auto 5. That one came out in 2013.
Pouring money into them.
Yeah. And I think I even saw, I don't know if this is an uptick because of YouTube or Twitch streamers, because a lot of people are doing a lot of Twitch streaming on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
But I saw, it came up on my Google Newsfeed thing, like, they sold, like, a crap ton of copies last year.
So...
Like, it's still selling, so why would they want to make a new one?
So, it's funny, because I saw that too. I was like, why? So I looked into it. People are doing, crap, what do you call it? Where they're being like real in the game.
Oh.
So.
They're treating it almost like Second Life type.
Yeah, what do you call that?
They're living their own reality through that game.
Yeah, so this guy makes his persona, he makes his character, and he's literally like, I'm starting from the bottom. And, I forget what you call that, but they act the whole time like it's real.
Well, and it's so weird because online you create your own person, you buy houses, you buy properties, you buy cars, you can meet friends, interact with people, like change how you dress, change how you look. You can send your guy to the gym even, like
yeah.
It's so weird. Like you could definitely lose yourself inside that game living another life.
Right.
Instead of just actually living your own.
No, I think there's like big streamers that are they're doing it for fun to make money, but there's probably people that do it, and it's probably pretty damn sad.
Right.
But it's probably just some dude that's somebody that just wants to be somebody else and escape.
Yeah. Well, I know, like, my kids watch YouTube a lot, and Parker was big into Five Nights at Freddy's, but there were guys that would get on PC and they would mod it so that they were running around as Freddy Fazbear then. So Parker would like watching that. He's like, "Oh, it's Chica," and she's just running around blowing up cars and stuff. So I don't know if that's a big thing too. It's like it's easy to mod, or I don't know. I'm not really a PC gamer, not a modder, so
yeah, the PC stuff is, but it's all different. But
right. So I guess I get another one too, huh?
Yeah, go ahead. I went for 3 off the rip.
You go with the whole entire Mario franchise.
Yeah. I thought that's what you're gonna do before Grand Theft Auto. Honestly, I mean, you can't not say Mario.
I think I've wasted more time on GTA than I have Mario, though. But Mario was one of the first video game I ever had. It was the NES system, Mario Duck Hunt, same cartridge. Never beat it because I never figured out the pattern. But now that I'm older, I'm like, I know you just YouTube the pattern and I could probably beat it, but I still just never went back and did it. I will say, though, my favorite Mario ever was Super Mario World for Super Nintendo. Back in 1990 is how old that game is. So when I first introduced Yoshi, it was great. And even after beating it, you could still go back and you find that all the coins the extra coins you need to get. You find the alternate endings to levels, so you can open up Star World. Then you have to beat all the things in Star World, and I think there's even alternate endings in all the Star World ones to get you. Like there was so much to do even after you beat it, and that was before internet. That was before playing with anybody else. It was very easy to kill a lot of time on that game.
Yeah, I mean, the first one I spent a lot of time on. Obviously, that was was a huge game. Then the second one where you could play with 2 players, switching controller back and forth. Obviously, that was nice. I love the Mario parties.
Yeah.
On the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
I got a callus in my hand because you used to have to go like this with the controller. And if you don't see what I'm doing, I'm spinning real fast. When you're doing the fishing game, and there's a lot of different games where you had to basically break all your Nintendo 64 controllers.
Yeah.
Little joystick in the middle. You had to spin it around real fast.
We've got Mario Party for the Switch, and that's, I don't know, I never played it for the previous consoles. It's basically like a board game, and then you have the side missions.
Exactly. Yeah. On the Switch, I played it when I was on vacation with the in-laws, the family, and I kept getting mad because I'm like, all these games are chance. I'm like, where's the skill games at?
Some of them are, yeah.
And then I got a skill game. I'm like, oh, we got a skill game. It was a button mashing game. I'm like, you boys are screwed.
Guess what?
And I did beat them. I was pretty happy about it.
Cody's got them skills. Cody's got them skills.
I'm pretty sure they were getting annoyed with me because I was a few drinks in, and they were like, and I kept going, this game's bullshit. Where's the skill games at, you young whippersnappers?
Yeah, you guys are just basically playing lottery tickets, and here I'm trying to show you how good my fingers are. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, come on.
and then how about kart? Mario Kart. I've always been
I've
always been pretty decent at racing games.
Yeah, you're list one already. I mean, it doesn't matter what I add to mine at this point.
Nerd.
What do I want to put as my last one?
Well, you still have 2 left. So far on your
we're
list,
3 in? Shit, maybe we should do this top 3.
on your list is 007, Halo, and Zelda.
I feel like we've been on this for a while. We probably should do the top 3.
Well, I mean,
That's all right though.
we've got an hour to fill.
Oh. I was putting topics down to put on this, and I just opened up my notepad, and the first thing said dog farts.
I mean,
Because I was leaving the house, and Daisy farted, and it smelled god awful.
yeah, and I mean, we're at our audio is recording at 51 minutes, but we probably started 5 minutes after, 5-10 minutes after that. So we still got a while. We've probably got 20 more minutes to fill.
Look at that. Let's kind of coming together. I'm gonna have to go. My next one is gonna be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. Side scroller beat 'em up style.
Was that on NES?
They eventually ported over to. I'm talking about the stand-up arcade game. It actually ended up with the one in the arcade.
Yeah.
What did it get
But
ported?
I was wondering, is that the same? Like, I remember there was
it was not on the NES.
There was one level where you like had to swim through water,
Right.
and then you get shocked by things. Is it
Right.
the same game?
Kind of. But
Okay.
it's an arcade.
Right.
Standing up arcade's completely
Because
different.
you had buttons and a
Yeah, and
joystick
there's some
and
people that are
stuff.
shaming me right now for not remembering what console it's ported onto, but
You silly banana.
yeah, I should know that, but whatever.
You didn't do your research. You didn't follow Proto, bro. You're done.
I still love the game. It was a blast.
Yeah, because
You want to talk Ninja Turtles? We can talk Ninja Turtles 2. Leonardo.
Well, I mean-
was my favorite.
if we're doing the rules, you got the whole franchise. So every teenage your favorite was the arcade.
I own the Ninja Turtles.
You have the Ninja Turtles franchise because that actually made more towards the bottom of my list. But yeah, that was on there. I can't talk about that now. But I had it. I even looked it up in 1987. It came out on NES, and that's the one that I played. Okay. I know there's probably been a bunch for other consoles. There's probably even one now for a console that we should be playing. But
I played one on Xbox. Near game, and it was fun, but that's something about that nostalgic,
The Ninja Turtles. I mean, they were awesome.
Yeah, and I really like occasionally just play an old side scroller beat 'em up game where it's like the if you don't know what side scroller beat 'em up is, it's just like where the screen moves and you can go back and forth on that screen, but you're not going like up, down, left, right. You're basically only going left or right. And you're kicking, punching, jumping, doing whatever.
2-dimensional, not 3-dimensional.
Just a fun game in the arcade, and then Ninja Turtles when we were kids was awesome.
They were all the rage.
So yeah,
All the rage.
Leonardo's my favorite. Who you got?
Raphael.
I figured.
Yeah.
Crude
dickhead. He's just an asshole. I mean, everybody likes Michelangelo because he's a party guy.
Right.
But I picked Raphael just because like he was a no nonsense dude. Just like, you know what? Shut up.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Nobody wanted to be Donatello. Everybody hated Donatello though. I feel bad for Donnie.
My brother, so between me and my brothers, I was Leonardo. My one brother's Michelangelo. My one brother's Donatello.
Yeah.
But he does machines, man.
He does machines.
He does them. He does them good.
It's in there deep like. All right, so
Where we at?
you've got your 4. I've got 3. So I'm gonna go into Gran Turismo.
Oh.
Gran Turismo is my number 4, which that one's console specific. It's only on PlayStation.
Right.
Because I used to be a PlayStation guy before I'm an Xbox guy now.
Right.
But I killed so much time. Just I love cars. Cars are awesome. Cars are a subject I can get on forever. And then it was just fun because there were cars that I could pick and drive that I'd never be able to have a chance to drive in real life. It was just fun to mess with them. And I think I had every Gran Turismo up until I stopped having a PlayStation once I switched to Xbox. And I tried Forza. I think it was just because I was used to the way the cars handled in Gran Turismo. I could never get into Forza.
Yeah, I played some Gran Turismo, but to be honest, besides Mario Kart, there was never a racing game that really hit me. Like,
Yeah.
man, this is cool. Like, to me, it was too boring. Like, it wasn't tactical enough, I guess, or something in my brain was like, "This is boring. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't want it."
I like getting into those into the circuits. So like, if you win a race, you get 3 points. If you get second, you get 2. You know.
Yeah.
So then you have a 5-race stretch, and it's all about the points. So even if you get placed second in one race, but you've placed first in all the others, you can win like the championship overall. And I got heavy into those.
This might sound bad. I think it's probably because I wasn't killing anybody else. But yeah,
You were.
yeah.
Cody
wasn't serial killing you.
Cody wasn't actively slaying. But yeah, just a little more about that one. In high school, I even remember I bought the PS2 brand new when it came out because they dropped that game when it came out, and I worked the whole summer and saved up $360 some just to go buy the package so I could play that. So that one's definitely huge on my list because I spent a lot of money just so I could play that game.
Right. Yeah.
That was Gran Turismo 3 A spec. I don't know why they called it A spec, but it came with a package deal. Even the box. The PlayStation box was the Gran Turismo, it was the whole package. So
Yeah, I guess the only racing games when I think about racing games is like a Twisted Metal popped to my head. You know, the old Twisted Metals. Oh, what a good series! You know, just driving around and blowing other people up. Yeah,
I wish because that one might even be a little higher.
Yeah, you messed up, didn't you? You messed up, and that's when me and my good buddy found out that you could pop the Twisted Metal disc. Went on a PlayStation 1, you could pull the disc out and put a CD in and play music while you're playing that level.
Really? Because also I forget which Twisted Metal it was too. You could take the disc out and put it in a CD player and it'd play the tracks.
Oh, okay, yeah. We were basically, so as soon as it loaded the level up,
yeah,
you could pop the disc out because it wasn't running off the disc anymore. Basically, the PlayStation loaded up or whatever it was.
Yeah,
and then you could put some jams on in the background while you're driving around trying to kill the bad guys. But
yeah, I'd spent a lot of time playing Twisted Metal. You gonna call that your number 5? You need a number 5.
If I'm gonna do number 5, I gotta do Diablo series.
Diablo.
Yes. It started with PlayStation. My brother bought it for me. Let's do a quick ad break real quick, though.
You want to do a quick ad?
I'm going to do a quick ad break. This is not really an ad. This is a free ad.
We are not sponsored.
We're actually... It's not an ad, right? Because we're doing this for them. So what was that? We're promoting. We're promotion.
Promo. Let's do promo.
So our good buddy, Derek, over at Millersburg Brewing, hooked us up with a beer that just released today.
Oh, I didn't even know this is a fresh drop.
This is a fresh drop.
Fresh drop.
And I hope I'm saying the name right. And I hope this is the right one. It's Fog on it.
Almost like
I have a silver can with a label, but
almost like dog on it, but with an F, like fog on it.
Yeah, fog on it.
Let's cheers that.
Cheers that. Give
If
it
you're
a
drinking
shot.
at home, cheers with us.
It's good. I probably should have got more details about it, to be honest. Before we did this, I didn't get a whole lot of details about it. It's good.
It is good. It smells harder than it tastes. Like, if that makes sense.
But it's a nice IPA. I'm going to get more details, and we'll post those. But, yeah. Anyways.
And I'd love to describe to you what I'm tasting, but I'm not good at...
Yeah. To be honest, we're not big IPA guys, to be truthful.
Well, I'm not even if we were tasting wine or other beers, I'm like, this has hops. I don't know what hops taste like. I don't know. Okay, so back to Diablo.
I needed a drink. Let's be real. Cody's beer went empty. He needs something.
Well, if you want, I mean, you can go off camera for a couple seconds, pour yourself another one. I mean,
Diablo. So I started, and actually the OG Diablo started with our buddy Tyler. He had it on his PC.
that is good.
And I'd watch him play, and I'd be the potion guy. So when his health was going low, I had to hit the buttons.
No.
Yeah, it sounds like a boring time, but for some reason it was fun. We were little kids. And then my brother got it for PlayStation.
Yeah.
And you could play on the same screen. We played a lot on that. And then obviously
Is
PC.
that the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the very first one that actually came out on PlayStation, which is crazy.
I didn't know there was a Diablo on a console till 3.
Yeah, and you could have 2 players on it too.
Really?
Yeah. But you had to stay in the same screen.
Oh, okay,
So it was kind of weird.
I got you.
It was kind of hard. But yeah, it was the first one. And then, so if you don't know what Diablo is, it's a kind of what they would call a dungeon crawler, where you basically start with nothing and you go down in these dungeons. You're trying to save the town and basically kill Diablo, the devil.
The devil himself.
And, it's just one of those things where you're just going through hordes of whatever and picking up loot and leveling up as you go.
Boss fighting.
Yeah, just one of those games as a kid that was just fun.
Yeah.
You played a lot of it. And even after you beat the game, you went back through because you turned the difficulty up, and then you just kept turning the difficulty up and it got harder and harder and harder
Right.
and harder until
I remember.
you got the best loot.
Yeah, because I remember going through. It was Mason's house. He was playing Diablo. I'm like, "What's this game?" He was like, "It's Diablo." And even at the time, I was like, "That looks stupid," like because. I don't know, because I was just watching him like go through a town and trade things.
It's not fun when you watch somebody else do it, right?
Right. So then started Diablo 2 on PC, loved it, and then I remember at one point when we lived together and we had a roomie Tom, we were like, let's build these gaming PCs. So
Yeah.
you bought brand new from scratch, big hardware, lots of cool stuff. I think he upgraded the one that he had. I upgraded the one that I had. New video cards, power supplies, all this stuff. We get everything. Everything comes in the mail, I think, the same day. So, we just spent a day there just building PCs. And they're boot them up. Hey, it works. All right, guys, what are we going to play? Diablo 2.
Yeah, there was nothing we needed a gaming PC for.
Yeah,
nothing we needed a gaming
because we could
PC
already
for.
play Diablo 2.
Yeah, we could already do it. But
We
we're
were already
we
playing.
now. Well, that's when we had a lot of money to throw around because at that time you didn't have any kids.
No.
It was just us 3 dudes living in a bachelor house while your wife was serving the country overseas. Us 3 boys were.
And I wouldn't even say a lot of money, but we were paying cheap rent there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we were all working at the same place, and we were just kind of, it's almost like college days for me. I mean, I know you had a college experience, but it was like college days for me because, but we were a little bit older.
Yeah, we were living I wasn't a bachelor, I was married, but we were kind of living that bachelor life.
Yeah.
Just, let's get drunk, play video games.
There's a lot of video games, a lot of beer, a lot of paintball, a lot of outdoor activities. We did some outdoor activities. We even had a garden that we planted that went bananas of a garden. That is, we didn't care for, but
Nobody ever weeded it.
we got some peppers out. I remember.
Probably did actually. When you say it went bananas, there were probably actually bananas growing in there. We wouldn't know because there's weeds.
I remember the zucchinis were like 10-pound zucchinis growing on us.
Right. So your list now is 007, Halo, Zelda, TMNT, Diablo. Mm-hmm. My list so far is COD, GTA, Mario, Gran Turismo, and now I get my final and 5th.
I think we should do the top 3. I feel like I'm getting bored of this.
Well, yeah.
And I feel like the listeners are probably gonna be like, these guys have made video games out for a long time.
This is not a video game podcast. But then we'll touch on it real quick. I'm gonna go with Metal Gear Solid. I played that one a lot on PlayStation. That was a hard game. You got to sneak around. You could hide in a effing box. What
was he, the Silver Snake or the
Solid Snake? Solid Snake.
Yeah, you can see I didn't play a whole lot of them.
And then I do remember one part. I got to bring this up without going too heavy into the game. There was one part where you could crawl up into the ducts, and then there was a girl you're trying to get out of this prison cell.
Get her out.
Yeah, so you crawl through the vents, and you look down through the vent hole, and you can see her down there. She's doing sit-ups and stuff. But there was a hack, if you backed out, went in, backed out, went in, backed out, went in. I think on the 3rd time you entered the duct and looked down, she was in bra and panties.
Oh my God! How many times did you do that mission, then, Steve?
Of course, that was 1998. So I would have been that was freshman. Yeah, somewhere around 8th, 9th grade. So of course
Yeah, that mission got played a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that. I like that. That was fun.
Your box of tissues.
See, I don't even know if I jerked off to that. We're not going to be crude, so I don't want to get into that.
Oh, you did.
But I talked about it already. And that concludes our top 5.
Top 5, yeah. I think it was good. I feel like we need to maybe flow that a little bit more, but yeah.
Well, it was a good topic.
So you guys can vote on that.
It was a good topic. We had a lot to say about it. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously we love video games.
You guys let us know what other segments you want. And like you said, we're going to try and put up these lists on the social medias to see who had the better list.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to you.
I got some big names.
You got some big names. I
got
some.
you got
I went for what I wanted, and I think that's not going to give me the likes.
But then again, I feel like I'm more of like I've always ever just played the big names, but I feel like you're more video game than I am.
I mean, I probably have way more hours into games than you do.
That's why
I don't want to even dare say how many hours I have into video games.
And that's even kind of like
that I could figure that out, but
right. But that's even kind of like why you have the cult classics. You did a deep dive where I'm just like, hey, these are the ones I play now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So that concludes top 5.
Top 5 at 5, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what's the weirdest thing that happened to you this week?
Oh, the weirdest thing actually was yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
It was actually very scary too.
Scary?
Yeah. So, for my job, I have to go out to Amish country.
Yeah.
And I'm leave my last account at Amish country, and I'm heading back. And it's dusk.
Yeah.
It's dark. It's not completely dark, but it's dusk.
Sunset, but it's still kind of bright.
Yeah. And I'm coming up over a hill, and I think I see a dog running across the road. Right?
Yeah.
So I hit the brakes. Didn't have to slam him or anything like that, but I hit him pretty firmly.
You just knew you had to slow up.
Yeah. I was like, oh, something's in the road. No, it was a small Amish child, female with the bonnet on, the hood on. So she's not looking she's got no peripherals.
Right.
Not looking, running across the road.
Looked like Handmaid's Tale thing.
Like if I wasn't if I was some other dumbass not paying attention, she would have got.
You would have just blasted a child.
You would have blasted a child. Yeah.
That sucks.
No adult around. So unless it was a small person, I'm like, I want to stop the car and be like, whose child is it? Just be like, whose child? What are you doing? Why is your kid running across the road?
Come get your kid.
And this is a busy road, right? That road's a busy road.
Yeah.
It's not like it's you're out front of your street house, like a cul-de-sac street house, whatever, anything it is. This is a busy road.
Not a side street.
With nonstop traffic.
Road. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you almost hit a kid.
I wouldn't say I almost did. I got close.
Right.
But it was still definitely probably the weirdest, scariest. I guess it's not really that weird to almost hit a child. Is that weird?
I mean, I guess.
That's weird.
And maybe not even weird, but that was the biggest thing.
It's the thing that's sticking in my mind. It's like the biggest thing that happened. I was like,
yeah,
what the hell? Whose kid is this?
Why are they just running around? Yeah. Somebody come get your kid.
Why is there a 6-year-old, probably 5? I can't tell the age, obviously, because it's a full bonnet Amish kid.
And then a full dress.
That's the whole thing. It's an Amish kid, too.
Like, you couldn't even see their ankles because they're Amish. And we could probably make fun of the Amish all we want. It's not going to want to watch us. They won't be able to see it.
Well, I do that drive every week on Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's the worst.
Yeah.
Not to mention you got, the buggies and the tractors and all the things on the roads down there. But then you have tourists.
There's even a lot of semi-traffic and stuff that goes through
it's a big semi. It's a big semi route.
Yeah, and it's 2 lanes. So it's not...
Yeah.
That drive would probably be way better for 4 lane.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So
And it does break that. Try to break out to that a couple times, but it's we're in the backwoods.
back in the holler.
What was your weirdest thing this week, Mr. Shaver?
So I need to do a backstory. I preface this with, like my no, you're not allowed. No backstory. Just tell us. No, so my coffee table and my end tables in the living room.
Okay.
At one point, all the hinges on them got wiggly. Like everything was wiggly, and it started making me mad. So I tightened up all the hinges, fixed a couple that kept falling off, and then at the same time, I meticulously took the handles because the knobs are like oval, oblong.
Yeah.
So I took like the side doors, I put them horizontal, and then the barn doors that open up, I put them vertical, and I tightened them down like. And if you don't know me, if you don't see me, if you're just listening, I'm not a small guy. I'm not gonna say I'm like the strongest man ever, but if I can apply some.
He's
torque.
a little bitch. No, he is. He can apply some torque. Trust me. Folks.
I can apply some torque, so that's what I did. I'm like,
He's torqued me all night long. Once.
I never want to have to worry about these ever again. I just want to. Just...
Are you kidding?
Did I catch that right? You just said I torqued you all night long once. Okay.
It took me all night. I don't know what popped in my head. I was like, I don't know what you said. I was like, it took me all night long. Just jamming, you know? Just over here jamming. That's all.
Excuse me. So tighten everything up, right?
Tighten it up. Torqued
Put
it
everything,
up.
put everything back. Yeah, torqued it all up all night long. Put everything back in play. It's back in the living room where it goes. And last week I go to look for a remote control. I open up the one drawer in my coffee table and I notice, the handle's loose. Oh,
Son of a bitch.
well, and that's sometimes they loosen up. I get it. So I'm like, why is this handle loose? Found a remote, and I'm like, and then I look at all the other handles, and everything's cattywampus. Like they're all at, because I had them at 90-degree angles or
Cattywampus is such a good word.
Yeah, they were all cattywampus. And I'm looking like, so I go through and I look every single one of the knobs on my coffee table and on my two end tables. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 8 knobs. 8 knobs. They're all loose.
It's probably to keep their elves.
And I'm thinking, first I'm thinking it was my kids, but they've been tight for almost a year now. So why would either all of a sudden my kids decided to be psychopaths, or people that I had over are psychopaths? Because
the way you worded that, I just thought you said your kids have been tight, and that was creepy. But were you dehydrating them?
but no, like I mean, and we host here a lot, so
Yeah.
we have family friends over here a lot, even their children.
Some of them could have OCD problems and maybe touch knobs.
Yeah, but which one of those kids is a goddamn psychopath? You know what I mean? Like, who did it? I want to know who did it.
We're going to put the camera up to see which one's got the knob problem.
Because that person is a murderer. That person is a psychopath. Who goes through somebody else's house and just like, I'm going to lose all your knobs.
There's people out there. I'm sure there is.
Somebody did it to me. I'm scared. I'm scared.
God,
I'm truly afraid.
Yeah. They start with just knob untwisting, and then it goes to, loosening screws and doorknobs, and then it goes to, pulling carpet up slowly, and then it goes to peeling your flesh back while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
So
it goes to...
it's that curve. It's that curve.
Like, I just want to feel what bone feels like. Like, what?
What's under your flesh, sir?
On that note, let's take a shot.
Oh God, shot ski time,
Shot
folks.
time.
If you're listening and you have the and you're not driving, please don't drive and drink. Drink and drive. Yeah. Please don't drink and drive. But if you have the ability to, we are about to take a shot at the Clank. You shall take a shot with us.
I feel like one of our segments will be like we try new liquors or we try something different.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Right now, it's not going to be a new liquor
Because we have a problem.
It's Jack Daniels. So if you're listening, we're going to take a shot of Jack Daniels. If you're following along with us at home, take a shot with us.
We're supposed to have
that's
this,
empty.
We're supposed to have this Tulimer do for it, but we for our trial run we tried it out, and then Steve couldn't contain himself after that.
We drank that on test night.
We'll try it again.
Yeah.
It's from 1829. 1829. Holy cow.
Cheers.
Cheers to Jack Daniels. Never tried this before.
Yeah, that's my first time too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh my god, that's really good.
That's why he has gallon bottles over there, folks.
Oh wow, oaky. I don't know. Tastes like whiskey.
The Jack Daniels.
Okay, well, that's about all we really had to talk about today. All we really needed to, that's all of our stuff.
That's all of our stuff.
I mean, besides,
It's never how you're going to end this again. That is all of our stuff, folks.
that's all the stuff.
That is boring.
We talked about everything. We talked about all the stuff. We are looking at 1 hour and 15 minutes on the audio meter.
Right, we're going to cut that back, trust me.
Yeah, so we're probably at probably an hour 10 of full content.
If I said anyone's name and they're offended, let me know. But
Yeah.
I didn't say your last name, so go screw yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're not going to call you guys out. Unless you want us to. Like, if you write us an email and be like, yo, my name's blah, blah, blah. Tell them I said this, then sure.
I know a couple of you that will definitely sue me, so I'm not trying to get there.
I've already got one person in mind. As soon as you said I know a couple of you that will sue me, I'm like, all right, I know one guy. So I guess at this point, we'll just remind you again to follow us on the social media. We are on Instagram at ADGT_podcast.
ADGT.
We are on Twitter at a damn good time 1.
ADGT.
If you want to email us your suggestions or interact with the conversation, send us an email. We are at adgtpodcast@gmail.com.
ADGT.
You can find us on YouTube. Our channel is A Damn Good Time Podcast.
ADGT. Trying to do, memorize, what do you call it? Just brainwash them.
Repetition.
They put it in the ads. When they put in the ads in the background, what's that called?
It's repetition. They're trying to.
Yeah, but they flash it. They flash it. And I'm just trying to put it in afterwards because ADGTs end up going to be our initials, and it's all over our shit basically.
Yeah, and then we have a Facebook page now too, right? We have a Facebook fan page.
Everything's kind of in the works. So I mean, if you're listening to this first episode and it's not up yet, it will be up shortly.
And for Facebook, because we don't have we don't have a handle, just search A Damn Good Time Podcast and you'll find us. Most of you that are listening are going to know us anywhere because we're going to send you the friend request. So
you're getting it.
Get ready for that.
Get all the things.
You're going to be our friend whether you like it or not.
Yeah, or I will find you and I will kill you.
Yeah.
I will find you and give you a hug.
We'll give you hugs and kisses.
Little hugs.
Little hugs and kisses, like a little. Right there. Rate it.
Okay, it's getting weird now. All right, Steve, did you have a damn good time?
I did have a damn good time. How about you?
I had a damn good time.
This was fun.
This was a great time.
Let's do it again next week.
It sounds like a plan.
Join us. Love you, boo.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, let's end it on cheers.